Oh shit. Wow. What is up, everybody? It's Gristle. I'm excited because today I finally start to go down that path of anime. Now, like I told you guys before, like I watched Voltron when I was like 10, but that was like 20 plus years ago. So finally being able to see what this anime thing is about, I'm truly excited. The only reason I picked Death Note was because when I was doing the research to pick an anime, that was the one that was consistently at the top of a lot of lists. If it wasn't one, it was like number 2. So I figured that would be a good one to start with. So that's why I'm doing Death Note. And like I said, you know, this is my first anime and I'm very excited to see what this is about. So why don't we get started and stop this whole talking bullshit. Oh, one more thing. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video up to 1,000 likes. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? So anyways, fuck that. Let's go. Well, that was a pretty quick intro. Must have short ones. Oh, it's not over yet. What's with that apple? That's what I'm getting curious about, because I see that apple like with everything. Like with the all the promo art, there's like an apple and that demon looking guy. Well, that's cool. They're going into like a mouth. Like desolation. Oh, there's that guy. He looks like a... Wow, look. There's all people. Shinganami. Ryuk. Is that his name? Must be. That was a cool transition. Eye to eye. I really like how it's like just showing how monotonous his life has gotten. Just in that little scene is pretty cool. And the music, it just adds to it.
Day in, day out. The same news on permanent repeat.
Just what I said.
So ridiculous. This world is rotten.
That's cool. Rebirth. Ooh. That like gave me chills. I don't know why. That was just kind of a cool thing. The book. Death Note. Just falls out of the sky.
The human whose name is written in this notebook shall die.
Okay.
It's pretty lame.
That's pretty lame.
Not that different from one of those.
That was like Zoolander.
Consider it.
Oh, he went back and got it.
Written within 40 seconds of writing the person's name, it will happen. If the cause of death is not specified, the person will simply die of a heart attack.
Huh.
After writing the cause of death, details of the death should be written and to kill them easily or painfully, huh? This is pretty detailed for a prank, I'll give them that.
That's pretty cool. Oh shit. He's getting ready to write names. That'd be weird, like. Wonder who I'd write. Oh, so he's gonna write his name. Like a criminal. Makes sense.
Heart attack in 40 seconds.
Even if he does die, how are they gonna know, like, immediately? That's... They don't get that I mean, I get it, it's a story, but they don't get the information that fast. It's pretty cool though. Like he's like chose a criminal like that.
It's already 6:30, you know.
Should say Light? Is that his name?
Yeah, I'll be ready in just a sec.
Light? That makes it's kind of
It's unlikely, but if by chance this thing is for real,
cool, I guess.
I have to. What is it, Sudo? Didn't you want to lend me $20? Again? But I can't do
No, he's gonna kill him.
Maybe I should try killing him. Sweet. Looks like we'll be hanging at the arcade after school.
Sweet.
Ticket spot audio a mile away. What's up, little lady? The name's
Teeth.
Maru.
Oh shit.
Let's go, boys. Stripper town right here. Are you sure?
Whoa, really? Seriously? Oh, he said his name. Did he say his name? How do you know his name? She got away. Oh, shit. Wow.
That settles it. The death note. It's for real.
That was wild. That scene.
Now then.
I was back at that place. Ryuk. Is that how you say it? Ryuk? Oh shit. You can fly like an eagle to the sea. Wow.
I'm going to study in my room, so please don't interrupt me, okay?
As you wish. Oh, Light.
He's like, leave me alone, bitch.
Want anything at all?
I've already got what I want.
Oh snap. Whoa, did he write all those names? Or is that from before? Like when or did he write if he wrote all those, that's insane.
No reason to act surprised.
That dude's tall.
I'm the Shinigami Ryuk. That used to be my notebook.
Shinigami Ryuk. God of Death. Shinigami.
Surprised. In fact, Ryuk, I've been waiting for you.
Man, this dude's getting dark already.
I've already figured in the past, but you're the first to have written this many names. Look at how many people.
Wow, he did write all those names.
Most
Holy
don't
crap.
write this much. I've already prepared myself, Ryuk.
This dude's like a mass murderer.
Who belong to use the Death Note can neither go to heaven nor hell for eternity. That's all.
So, like, say when Light
Now you have some
dies, does he go to that
to die.
Shignami? What is it? Shinami realm? Apples. There we go.
It's so dark in your room.
Ryuk, the Shinigami. Yeah, I just have one more question I want to ask you.
Now I want an apple.
Why was I chosen for this?
Good lord, he's just freaking.
Popular language in the human world. Then why did you drop it in the first place? You even wrote down specific instructions.
I wonder if that's the truth.
Tell me this was an accident. You're asking
Like,
me why.
I wonder if it was really like just randomness that he picked it up, or
So I
if he was meant to pick it up.
came down here myself.
Guess we'll find out.
Before people figure out that these criminals are being eliminated by someone, I want the world to know of my existence.
Dude, he's fucking losing it already.
Passing righteous judgment on the world too.
Oh, he's fucking psycho.
Was there anyone out there other than me who'd be willing to eliminate the vermin from the world? If I don't do
Damn, he's going crazy. Like, this is only the first episode. Whoa, this is cool. Oh, this is a cool sequence. Wow. So this fucking sequence is cool.
I will become the god of this new world.
Holy fuck. He's lost his mind. He's gone fucking nuts. Whoa. All right, so that first episode was fucking awesome. I'll just say that right out the gate. Like, I was kind of worried, you know, because first episodes can kind of be slow and boring sometimes, but a lot of shit happened in this episode. I have my own little death note here of fucking notes because I went back and watched it after I saw it the first time, and so I could write down these notes because I wanted the first time to be like my initial thing, and I don't want to be sitting there writing notes. I wanted to just see it as I went, and then I went back and watched it again and got these. I wrote down the opening shot after the credits where it was going into the Shinigami realm. Sorry, I gotta get used to these names. That opening sequence where it was like going down that tunnel and you enter that mouth, you see Ryuk sitting there, but then you see just the vast desolation of this realm. Like he was talking about like later in the episode how bored he was and everything like that. And just to be thinking of spending eternity there. That's the interesting part, was after when Light, however it happens, you know, Ryuk says when you give off the note or whatever and I have to write your name in the death note, does Light go to that? Are all these people who had death notes before, and then since they're not able to go to heaven or hell, they go to this Shinigami realm? I don't know, that's real interesting, but it looks like a fucking shitty place to spend eternity, let me tell you. Ryuk, like right out the gate, when I first saw Ryuk sitting on that cliff or whatever, my first impression of him was he looked like a really fucking demented Joker. Like I can see some real Jokerness like in his face with that smile and stuff like that. But there's also some other things, but that was my initial thought of him. The thing with Ryuk, which is going to be interesting, is I thought, like I said, I did no research on this because I don't want anything spoiled for me. I didn't even know what it was really about. I just knew the anime's name was Death Note, so I got hold of it so I could watch it. I don't know anything about this show, so everything's brand new to me. When they were talking about how you write the names in the notebook, I thought Ryuk was gonna come down and kill all the people. Like he was the one that was gonna cause all the deaths, but that's not the case. So it's interesting. I'm just really curious to see what Ryuk's role is gonna be in this whole thing and the rest of this show. While Light's going around doing all this shit. I really like at the beginning when you seen just how monotonous Light's life was, and you felt it in that small, whatever it was, 30-second, 45-second scene where he was in class and then he was walking through the city, and you just felt like in the mood of that scene how monotonous and how just every day was the same thing over and over and over. It's just, you could just feel it in that scene. And that's what was cool, was when he was at that bus stop or whatever it was, and you seen Light and Ryuk's images, you know, side by side with each other, and then boom, it hits you with that panel that says rebirth. That literally like gave me chills. I don't know, like, because you just saw how monotonous life was for him at that point, and with that panel and that imagery, you just knew something was about to fucking change, and you knew you were about to fucking strap in for a ride. And I don't know, I just thought that was really fucking cool. The whole premise of this story, I mean, it's not anything new. I mean, you've always heard, and he kind of made a joke of it when he first saw the Death Note. You've kind of heard stories like this, or certain horror shows take a premise similar to this with writing names in something or whatever. But I think more so than the story of how everything works is the character study of Light, you know, seeing how this person changed from just a honor student to this insane-minded individual by the end of the first fucking episode. So I'm really curious to see the growth of this character through this whole show, because just watching this guy, and that's the weird part about it, being that he's killing criminals and stuff, it's hard to grasp if it's okay or not. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Another thing I wrote on here was that rape scene. I know anime is really adult driven, and I know there's a lot more graphic and a lot more intense scenes than that rape scene. I mean, it didn't even go all the way through with it. It was just shocking to see unfold, like right in front of me, and how gratifying it was to see that one of the people who was orchestrating the rape got mowed down by that truck. It was kind of, you know, you're seeing this character study of Light, but then you're seeing a character study in yourself too, because you're seeing this stuff happen and you want this guy to get fucking killed and you want this guy to die. So you're living through this as much as Light is too, which is fucking cool. You're thinking twice about yourself too. You're like, am I fucking alright in the head? You know, what's going on here? I already talked about, I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with Ryuk and Light and how their story is going to intertwine with each other from here on out. Because like I said, I had a whole different idea of what Ryuk was going to play in this show. Oh, I wrote, Ryuk makes apples look very good. I like apples. They're alright. But man, Ryuk really likes apples. And I was like, man, I want a fucking apple. And I saw him destroying that bowl of apples. And my last thing was kind of what I was talking about before. It's a weird line to think, is Light really doing something good by clearing out all these criminals? I mean, he's killing a lot of fucking people. And yes, they are all criminals. But there's a lot of fucking people he's killing, he's getting rid of. So it's like you're back and forthing it. And then you're also seeing how he's changing and turning kind of demented. So you're like, is it really beneficial to kill all these guys and have the same guy killing all of them? And yes, they're criminals, but they're still people. It's a real interesting thing that's going on there. And in my mind, I can't grasp if I'm behind him 100%. With all the, I mean, he had fucking name after name after name in his book. So you know he was just sitting there. Oh, and that fucking scene where he was writing down all the people's names, that sequence was fucking awesome. Like, just the way they orchestrated that scene and showing all the people die and seeing him just fucking going to town on the book. That was really fucking cool. This was episode 1. I fucking loved it. Let me know when you first saw this episode, what you thought about it down below. And like I said, please hit like on this video. Let's see if we can get this video up to 1,000 likes. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace. Pew.